Hi folks, John with the Wingman115 channel. Thanks for checking in. Today I'm going to be doing a video review on the Vanquest IBEX 30 backpack. The folks at Vanquest were nice enough to send me a pack to test out. No, I don't get to keep it. If you're asking, I have to send it back to them. But what I'm going to do is try to give you a real world, honest review on this backpack. The only way to do that is to wear it, put some miles in with some weight in the pack, and then I have a few other tests that I'm going to do on this, and hopefully it'll pass the muster. First off, we're going to cut away and I'll show you a tabletop with some specs on this pack and some of the features of it. So join me for the Vanquest IBEX 30 backpack review. Come along. I'm really excited to be testing and showcasing this backpack. This one featured is in the color of wolf gray. Vanquest also offers it in black, coyote tan, multicam, and the new multicam black. Here's a quick dimension spec rundown of the IBEX 30. It measures in at 22 inches long, 12 inches wide, and it's tapered top to bottom. At the top it has an 8-inch depth, and at the bottom it has a 10-inch depth. The IBEX 30 has the ergonomic and shock absorbing shoulder straps and comes with load lifters. It has a padded back with breathable mesh, adjustable sternum strap with an emergency side release whistle, and a padded removable and height adjustable weight belt, which further ensures that the IBEX fits perfectly for you and lets you carry those heavy loads with comfort. The IBEX 30 features dual side pockets with YKK number 8 zippers that are ideal for hydration and radio storage. Each side pocket has an internal window opening for routing hydration hoses or wires into the main compartment, then exits to the main hose wire port at the top backside of the IBEX. Side compression straps adjust the width and thickness of the IBEX when needed and prevent unintentional opening of the main compartment. Lockable YKK zippers provide additional security to your gear stored inside. 3 built-in grab handles, one on the top, 2 on the sides, lets you carry the IBEX in all 3 directions. Delivered in a low-profile package with an infinitely user-configurable main compartment, IBEX is both versatile and comfortable. Hook and loop panels line the inside of the foam-padded main compartment on all 4 walls, allowing for any configuration you may need. Let's do our first check-in. I stepped off the trail a little bit just to get out of the wind. We're at about 1.25 miles, a little over. First impression is I like it. As with any pack, it's how you set it up. The harnesses, the hip belt and all. You want to make sure the hip belt's riding above your hip bones and that it's secure, because that's going to carry most of the weight. As far as the shoulder harness, it seems to be working pretty good, and the load lifters are definitely taking the load off my shoulders. So first mile in, doing pretty good. Let's keep going. So I'm a little over 2 miles, and so far the pack's feeling really good. It's a moderate day. It's in the mid-70s, so not really feeling a lot of sweat on the back that you'd normally feel with a backpack when you're motoring through trails. Everything about the IBEX so far is working out. We'll keep motoring and I'll check in again in a little bit. Well, I'm just coming up, if you can see it, on the 3 mile mark, and to me that's a pretty good benchmark at where we're at in regards to how this pack's going to feel on a hike or an extended day hike or even a multi-day minimalist hike. And so far I'm liking it. It's riding really well. Normally some packs will cause like lower back pain. This pack ergonomically fit really good anatomically to my spine. The hip belt worked really good. Just you have to cinch them up really nice so they fit up over your hips and carry that load bearing weight. The shoulder straps were fine. My shoulders feel good, my neck feels really good. Usually on a lot of backpacks, that's an issue for me. So I would say that's a win for Vanquest and the IBEX 30 backpack. I'm gonna run a test on this to see how water repellent this 1000 denier Cordura is. So in order to test that, I put some newspaper on the inside of this pack. I'm gonna run water over this backpack for up to 3 minutes, and then I'll open it up, and then we'll see how wet the newspaper is or how dry the newspaper is. Also did it on each side pocket here and the side pocket over here. That way it's nice to know that if you have gear in there and you happen to live in a wet environment, and say you fall in a river and you're submerged for a little while, or you hit a rainstorm and your gear gets wet, it's nice to know if your gear inside is going to stay dry or not. So that'll be the next test. Let's start the stopwatch and let's get this test going. We're at 30 seconds right now. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Coming up on the minute-and-a-half mark right now. Coming up on the 2 minute mark. 2.5 minute mark. Coming up on the 3 minute mark and stop. All right, let me shake the bag off. Yeah, some of the padding feels a little wet. That's understandable. But the water's beating right off that 1000 denier Cordura. Let's open it up. See what we got. Paper in there is dry. There's a little bit of moisture that got around where there was a gap where the two zippers met on this side. But for the most part, the paper's dry. Just a little bit of moisture got in the bottom of the backpack. Let's check out the sides. Only where the zippers were. A little bit of moisture got in there. And that's understandable. I mean, that would be the weakest point. See, you could tell right there, the zipper. But I mean, with water from a garden hose blasting on that, that's not bad. That 1000 denier Cordura treated is some good stuff. And look, it just beads right off there. Now for some final thoughts on this IBEX 30 backpack, and I'll spin around here real quick so you can see. It's been a pleasure testing this piece of gear for Vanquest. This is a new backpack. It's going to be coming out soon on the market. I wanted to do a test that was as close to real world conditions as you could get. And the only way to do that and to be honest and show you folks is to take it out in the field. I was glad I had the time. I was able to take it out on that hike in the canyon. Within a couple miles, you can usually tell if there's going to be hot spots, if the pack's going to wear heavy, if there's any areas that's going to ride hard on you. This pack worked really well, anatomically correct, in conjunction with the waist belt, if you have it set correctly, and the load lifters on the shoulder straps, you're not going to have an issue. This pack, I had about 25 pounds in it. It worked really well. I could see myself going on an all-day hunting trip, no problem with this pack. You've seen the water test. The 1000 denier Cordura is treated with a DuPont water repellent sealant. So you're not going to be totally 100% waterproof, but it's going to be water resistant. So hence why we do the water test with it. What I'd like to see, you know, Vanquest do on something like this, maybe as an accessory that you could purchase, is a pack cover. For folks that live in a very wet environment, that would be a great feature to have as your kit when you're going out hunting. If you're in a tactical situation, if you're in a forward operating unit, that way it's just a little bit of extra insurance that your stuff's going to be dry. But that's not a deal breaker. One thing that I really liked about this pack was the Molly and Pals attachments and the way that they made it as a bucket pack, that you can customize it to fit your needs. The company isn't dictating how it's compartmentalized, and then you have to work within those confines and the constraints of that. So it's nice that a company is forward thinking, where whether you're a hunter, a fisherman, a tactical operator, whether you want a bug out bag or get out of town bag, whatever you want to call it, you're able to customize this pack to fit your specific needs. That's a check in the plus column for Vanquest. It's the right size. A 30-liter backpack is the right size for day use. Maybe I would say if you're going light and going hard and fast, maybe a 1 or 2 day backpack. 30-liter is just the right size. With all the Molly and Pals webbing on there, you can do add-ons on the outside. You could extend the days that you could take this out in the field. I could see this pack being used as a great hunting pack. One, the way that it zips open and lays open, a shooter could almost lay down on top of the pack and use that in the prone position, you know, as their bench. It would be a great piece of kit to have out there. I want to thank Vanquest for allowing me to use and review and test this piece of kit. It breaks my heart that I have to send it back to them, but I'm going to be a good Boy Scout and honor that request so they can send it off to another individual to test. Folks, this is John with the Wingman115 channel. I thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next one, folks, take care. I'll see you later. Bye. Folks, if you like the content, please subscribe, like, and share. And for the latest channel updates, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and Twitter. Folks, thanks for checking in. Until the next video, take care. We'll see you.